Alright, what's good everybody? It's your boy Akeen and welcome to this vlog. Here to give you a preview of the Arkansas Razorbacks for the 2016 college football season. Last year, head coach Brett Bielema actually had a good year, going 8-5 overall, and they do have some momentum headed towards this season. Now, there is a little bit of a bad break at quarterback. Brandon Allen, who had a big season last year, actually is not going to be starting this year, no longer with the team. So Austin Allen's going to take over center, and I think he will be just fine. He does have some good, talented receivers returning as far as the receiving core. They have Drew Morgan returning. Dominic Reed, Jared Cornelius, and then Jeremy Sprinkle, the tight end, is going to be taking over. Hunter Henry's no longer with the team. He's the Mackey Award winner last season, and Sprinkle does have some experience. He does have 389 yards receiving, so he should be due for another good year, at least over 500 yards in my opinion this year. I think that as Austin Allen's going to utilize him more, particularly in goal line in red zone situations. Now, if you take a look at the offensive line, they are going to be without Sebastian Tritola, but there is one player that I am looking at, and that is Dan Skipper, the right tackle. I think he could be a good prospect for the 2017 NFL Draft. Now, if you take a look at the defensive unit, they actually still have some key players returning on the defensive side with Deatrich Wise Jr., who had 8 sacks last season. They also have Henry Tolliver, a good player at the cover position. He could be used well in the secondary. He only had 1 interception, but he did have 8 pass breaks last season. And as far as the linebacking core, Drew Greenlaw is actually a good player that I like. He did have 95 tackles last season. And going back to the secondary, they do have Josh Little and DJ Dean, both who had 2 interceptions last season, returning this year. So they have some well-experienced players returning on the defensive side, particularly in the secondary. So I think they will be able to compete well this upcoming season. Now, if you take a good look at the schedule, they do have the season opener against Louisiana Tech. That's a good warm-upper. And then they have TCU the following week, and Kenny Hill in that offense, he's taking over. And then in September 24th against Texas A&M, that is going to be a scare. October 8th against Alabama, the #1 ranked team entering the season. The following week against Ole Miss. And then they have Auburn on October 22nd. They still have to deal with LSU, Missouri, and Mississippi State and Florida. They do have a very tough schedule being the SEC, but I think they're going to find a way to ruin somebody's season. I really think they could be a good sleeper. I think they're going to go respectively 7-5 for the year. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, but I think they're going to be just fine enough to even keep up with some of these teams and compete. They did beat LSU last season, so we've seen what this team is capable of doing. I think they're going to go 7-5 again and go make it back into bowl contention. Now, next I'm going to catch you guys in just a couple of minutes. I have one more blog for this morning. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.